Hello everybody and welcome back to the Breakfast Club. You're with me, Ben Ibrahim, and this morning it's breakfast with Farina Fatah Cooper, chairman and founder of Privé, shall I say. It's such a nice romantic French word that I twisted my words there, but let me say it again. It's so romantic. Privé. Farina, how are you?
I'm fine. Thank you very much, Ben, for having me here this morning.
It's a pleasure indeed. Now, shoot away. Tell us what this great organization is all about. It's called Privé. It sounds so romantic, and I'm sure it is.
Okay,
in a leadership perspective? Yeah.
Well, basically, I started my company, Magenta Lifestyle, 2 years ago, and it's basically a PR company. And from then, last year in October, I just realized that there was a gap in the market for women. And basically, Privé is a professional network for women.
Oh, professional network, okay.
Yeah,
for women in particular, yeah?
Yes, it's for entrepreneurs, and it's basically for women in different stages in their career. So basically, we use this network as a platform for women to actually exchange information and make new friends in a very kind of warm and friendly environment.
And professional context, yeah, of course.
Yes,
yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, so when did Privé was first set up? I think it was about, was it last year?
We actually started in October last year.
Oh, just recently?
Yes,
yeah?
so it's really, really brand new. It's a little baby of mine.
No. Now, I was just telling our viewers just before the commercial break that you do fun things every month. You have self-defense classes, you have cooking classes, you have leadership courses, how to improve your people management and leadership skills, and there's other activities in the pipeline as well. So tell us about some of the activities that you do every month. They sound like a lot of fun, yeah.
Okay, well, so far we've had an event every month. We had recently, we had a cooking class with a French chef where we had like a, maybe there were like just 14 of us in the group, and we had a session where we actually learned some amazing dishes.
Making me hungry.
Yes. On the other hand, we've also had a motivational talk where we actually were trained with this life coach.
Right.
And we actually learned some inspirational tips to adapt to our lifestyles.
Wow.
And most recently, we've also had this self-defense class.
Yes, tell us about that, a bit of kung fu karate there.
Yeah, it was amazing actually, because I know, women, we are the fairer sex, and there's many opportunities that we're out on our own, especially working women. And basically, we went to this gym in PJ, and there's some pictures over there.
Right.
And basically, we learned some tips on how to defend ourselves, not just physically, but also mentally.
Mentally as well, yeah. We spoke a little bit about that earlier on the Breakfast Club about mental toughness, yeah.
Yes, it's very important, because there's no point being panicky in a situation. It's really important to learn
calm.
to stay calm. Exactly. So these are the kind of events that we've done so far.
Now, Farina, this is a women's organization. The sole purpose is to network, to liaise and mingle with people who are like yourselves, very ambitious. They want the best for themselves in their careers and in their personal life as well. That's why there's things like cooking classes and self-defense classes and things like that. But tell us a little bit about the glass ceiling. Now, in every organization, there's a myth called the glass ceiling. That means a female can get to the top, but they'll never get to the top. Now, I'm sure a lot of you discuss this in your work groups and whatnot. So what's your analogy and take on it? And how do you empower women and give them that confidence to get over the fear of the glass ceiling?
No, I think it's important for women out there to, never just try and be positive about your career. Many of our women are at different stages in their career. And we encourage people to actually network. That's why we started Privé, because Privé is all about networking in a social, warm and friendly environment.
Right.
And it's very important for people say, what is networking?
Yeah. Is it coffee? Is it tea?
Well, it could be anything, but
crumpets?
it's just basically to get yourself out there and meet people all the time. Go and attend as many workshops and seminars as possible. There's so many events and summits which are organized all over, and you'd be amazed about how many strong, inspirational women there are around you who'll be there to support you from beginning to end. Yeah.
Now, do you have some form of mentoring program? I know it's a bit early days yet, and I'm sure you're fine-tuning your organization as it goes along, because it's only been running for about 5 months, and you're always looking for the continuous improvement grid. But like, do you have a mentoring program like, you know, like let's just say a very established woman who's a CEO of a large multinational organization, and she comes for an Privé function? Could she be a role model or mentor in a structured way for someone, you know, someone a bit younger who's maybe got about 4 or 5 years of work experience, just touching the manager level?
Actually, I can give a very good example of how this mentor system works.
Great, please teach me, because like I'm always looking at good ways at how to do it.
Okay, for example, one of our panel members, she basically, she came to Malaysia 7 years ago. Her name is Arti, she's British, and she started her own graphic design company.
Here in Malaysia?
In Malaysia,
okay,
yeah.
Great, yeah.
And she was very young when she came here, she was in her 20s. And basically she made Malaysia her home. And aside from providing her expertise in graphic design and branding, on the other hand, she actually is, she gives us her feedback on her skills as an entrepreneur.
Wow.
So on the other hand...
So entrepreneur coaching and development.
Yes, yes. And on the other hand, we have another person, Danny, who's just started her own swimwear line. And basically, this Danny, she's just starting off with her own business. And then we have Arti on the other hand, who also is starting, who's already been there for 7 years. So they basically are there to complement each other and then provide information. So, you know, we're very happy how it works.
Right.
And also, from next month, we're going to be starting to have this mentor session. So we actually will invite successful CEOs or entrepreneurs to actually come and give a discussion about their career and give advice. We actually have quite a lot of young women in our network.
Yeah, that was my next question. What's the age range of the women in your group and your organization?
Okay, actually, our women range from 25 to, I would say, 45 years old.
Okay.
And basically, they're women in their prime stages of their career.
That's
so
right.
yeah, they're all very eager to learn how to empower themselves
and to lead the line. That's what it's all about.
Exactly,
yeah?
exactly.
Yeah. Now, women in leadership, it's a topic that we can go on and on about it, but I mean, what are the basic principles apart from the confidence? Like, what are the basic principles that you try to teach in your organization? Because it's a very gray, subjective area still.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel that you have to keep on educating and learning everything as much as possible. You can't stay in your office or stay and think, oh yeah, I don't know anyone, or I'm not knowing anything. And actually, just outside your door, there's so many opportunities out there. Recently, I went to the Women's Summit, which was organized by the Women's Ministry last year. And I was just amazed. There were like over 1,000 women professionals in a room, and they had all these kind of debates going on, and it was just amazing, like talking to people there, and then they actually will give you information on how things that are possible. So, I would really emphasize a lot on that.
Right, right. Now tell us about, I mean, running a women's organization is not easy because you're dealing with very confident, strong women. So from a people management point of view, please tell us how you do that, because I'm sure like when you're brainstorming for an idea, everybody will put their hand up and say, we should do it this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. And you have to lead the line, so to speak. And you're speaking to women who are a little bit more experienced than you.
Yes.
So we're learning about people management now. So how do you do it? Share with us some of your experiences.
Okay, well, I mean, what makes our network, maybe I didn't mention this earlier, is that we have a very good combination. It's an international network, a combination of Malaysians and expatriates. So on board, we also have this panel, like I have 10 women on my panel who are basically there to advise, and we meet up and we discuss like what are the future topics for Privé. So basically, I mean, everyone is there to give their input. So, I mean, okay, some may say it's hard, but actually I think we manage it really well.
Right. Let's just say you're at a dinner party and someone were to come up to you and they see your card, Privé. Wow, this sounds like I said earlier, something very romantic. So how do you describe and sell or brand Privé when you're at a dinner party or a social sort of function or context?
Well, I mean, surprisingly, I mean, everyone's been really positive and enthusiastic about Privé. I would say when I tell them and I show them my website and I show them like, some of the examples of, events that we've had. So most of the time they're very, very keen.
Okay, great. Farina, unfortunately we're running out of time, but can you please sort of steer us to any websites that we can find out a bit more information about Privé?
Okay.
It's www.
m-prive.com.
That's prive.com.
And you can also check us out on Facebook. We have a group on Facebook.
Okay, and final words of wisdom that you'd like to share with all our female viewers out there about Privé, you know, why should they join, you know, and how do you empower women to aspire to bigger and better things in terms of a leadership context in the corporate world?
I mean, my advice out there is just to keep on networking as much as possible. Try and, you know, not just meet people, but keep in touch with them, take their contacts. Don't be afraid to approach women that you feel that are way up there. I mean, most of the time they are all very happy to talk to you and give you advice.
Network, network, and network. That's the key to success, according to Farina Fatah Cooper, chairman and founder of Privé. I'm Ben Ibrahim, ladies and gentlemen, from The Breakfast Club on this cool and tantalizing Thursday morning. We'll see you tomorrow on Friday, right here on The Breakfast Club, Bernama TV. But on behalf of Farina and myself, have a great day.
Bye. Thank you.
It's good to you.